Welcome to Heartfelt Hustle, the podcast that dives deep into the heart and hustle of entrepreneurship, where our dreams meet reality and where our passions fuel our success. I'm your host, Sushmita Jain, a loan strategist and operations director, founder of an outsourcing agency. Most of my clients call me their right hand woman, and most importantly, a curious soul as well as a nerd. I am here to share my experiences. I am here to share my insights. I am here to share practical tips that will help you build a thriving and a sustainable business. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned business owner, or someone looking to infuse more heart into your hustle, I am here and this podcast is for you. Each week, we'll dive into topics ranging from reconnecting to your passions, your soul, your why, and overcoming the roadblocks of your growth journey. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dig into this heartfelt hustle together. So, what is the problem? What exactly is the problem? Why is everyone obsessed with the delivery model? When people want to build a system, or even when they're trying to find the solution to sell consistently, one of the go to questions that most of these people come to me with are, what model should I use? So it's like, should I go with evergreen? Should I go with a live launch? Should it be like a funnel? Should it be a challenge? Should it be a webinar? Or maybe should we think of adding maybe a tripwire? Or should there be a low ticket workshop? Like what? You know? And yes, of course, these are valid, pieces of the puzzle that we need to work on, we need to brainstorm on, but they are not what makes or breaks your sales flow. I know, harsh truth, right? So, well, what does, Well, when it comes to what does, it's the experience your potential clients wants to go through or your audience wants to go through when they come into your world. That is the real game changer. And it's the part most people unfortunately overlook. Yeah, so that's the exact reason why today I want us to talk about this. I want us to dive in and think and work on why the experience matters more than the actual model. Because, or maybe let's actually draw in and talk a bit about sales psychology here, because, that's the missing link I feel for so many. People don't buy based on logic alone. Like, have you ever purchased or most of your sales decisions, if you try and literally pause this episode right now, right here, and try and analyze your last few sales decisions? Why did you purchase few of those things which you've already purchased? Or right now, when you're sitting at your desk and when you look at your desk, or maybe wherever you are, if maybe you're, in your kitchen and you're working, and while you're doing that, you're listening to this episode and look around you. All of these pieces or all of these things that are around you right now, you've purchased them, right? Or in some way or the other, either you have or someone else in your family has. What was the reason? Was it purely logic, or was there certain emotion? There is, you did come up with a justification behind the decision as to why you needed what. Think about it. So, the reason why I'm asking you this is because your funnel can be perfect, but if it does not connect emotionally with your audience, it won't convert. Your content can be packed with value, but if it does not build trust, it won't move
people. Like literally, your offer can be amazing, but if the experience of engaging with you feels flat or rushed in, or they're not actually connecting with you, people actually won't say yes to what you have to offer later. As simple as that. Like, literally, this should make you start thinking about things. Because what's really happening in a buyer's journey is a series of micro emotions, is what they're feeling. There's curiosity, there's resonance, there's safety, there's the desire, there's trust, there is readiness, you know? And your sales system needs to hold space for all of that, not just the pitch and the offer. And then you literally, like, you just do the pitch and you then hope for the offer to do the best. No, that's not how it works. Especially in today's time, it 1000% does not work that way. And that's exactly why most of the systems fail, because most of the people are actually selling the delivery model, not the experience. Like, literally, if I have to break things down right now, I am walking you through what it would feel like if you would work with me, and what were the kind, or what will be the kind of conversations we will be having if we work together and when we work together, right? So this is the biggest mistake, like focusing on just purely the strategy, without the emotion. It's not going to drive you anywhere. Like, if I have to even give you, say, maybe like real world example, say, suppose there are two business owners who are running nearly identical funnels. Like, for example, there are so many people who actually run 5-day challenges, right? But like, people have opted in, they are getting emails, they have the pitch deck, but maybe one is converting and the other one is struggling. Why? It's simple, because one funnel is in some way or the other so focused on moving, just, getting ticks of, okay, day one's done, day two's done, blah, 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 blah. Whereas the other person, or the other one who is actually starting to get things rolling, is obviously doing what's needed, but they're also sharing stories, you know? They're connecting with maybe the struggles. They are, like sharing the possibilities, They're actually building the resonance and, literally just building connection before they even share the call to action. And that's exactly why the audience is like, just tell us what you have, you know? So while the other is just executing steps, one of them is actually building that connection. So the strategy doesn't work if the energy and intention behind it are missing. Something that a lot of us need to understand and need to start working on. Because, like, to be very honest, like when I work with my clients, one of the very first things I help them identify, like I said, is not which model or which launch strategy, or, which launch structure or launch vehicle are they going to pick, but rather we focus first on understanding which was the last launch they did run, you know, and then we also try and understand what is the kind of experience they want their people to have. Like, what are the kind of moments, or maybe what are the kind of emotional resonance they want to build in. How we can work on building trust, where they feel there's a lot of friction, how can we smoothen it, kind of like that. Because the system that does not feel good for the person who's actually delivering it, it's not gonna work. One, because if it's not something that the person who's delivering it is actually having fun or loving to do, the audience is going to feel it, and then they're going to dread it, and also it won't be scalable or sustainable in the long term as well. So when you build an experience, which is basically an experience led sales system, here is what shifts. You get more aligned leads, you have like higher conversion rate without actually building a lot of pressure on people. You have greater trust from your audience, and the sales feel more joyful and they're not forced. So I actually have three prompts for you to reflect on so that you can start looking back and start working on this, you know. And they are, I want you to ask yourself, like, are you selling logistics, or are you actually guiding into a transformation? Like, what is it you're doing with your audience? Like, is your funnel focused on just the delivery of information, or is it actually creating emotional connection with your audience? That's question number two. So, question number one is, am I selling logistics or am I guiding transformation? Question number two is my funnel focused on delivering information or is it creating emotional connection? Question number three is, what would I do differently if I focused on how my buyer feels when they're going through this system? I'm telling you, the more deeper you brainstorm on this, the more clarity you are going to get. And if you've been loving the conversation we've been having right now, and it has been resonating with you, then I have an invitation for you. Like, if you would love to work with me, I have an invitation for you to work with me for free for a three-part masterclass series where I am breaking down the exact elements of a sales system that works with your energy, your brand, and your long term vision. And in day two, you're actually going to be diving into the invisible system that can help you drive consistent sales. Like, seriously, you know? So, if you would love to work with me on this, then in the show notes, I'm going to leave the link for the page and you can sign up via that link. And if you've been loving it so far, really appreciate it. Make sure you do drop in and leave a review below. If you have a business buddy who you would love to actually do this experience with, so that we all can work on it together, make sure you share this episode with them as well so that you guys can start working on reflecting these prompts together. So, just while we close this, I just want to tell you that let this episode be a reminder that your audience doesn't just want more content coming their way, because literally there's a lot of content there, or there are a lot of offers in the market. What they want is rather they want to feel something, you know, and when your sales system is built from that place, that's when you start the journey with them. So, as simple as that, you are slowly but steadily working towards it. And once you are supporting the audience in the way which resonates with them, you are going to be leading them with the growth and transformation they have been craving from. So, I hope this episode is something that did connect with you, resonate with you, and I'm sure you are going to be sharing this one as well so that you guys can work with your business buddies together. Until next time, ciao, and yeah, keep leading with heart, have fun while you run your business, and yeah, let's get things rolling in, right? So, bye and see ya.